Coach, a great 2 wins this past week for you. First at home against Worcester State with that 4-2 scrappy win in Hanaway Rink, and then on the road at Westfield for that come-from-behind 6-3 victory. It seemed as though the special teams stepped up great for the team in the last 2 weeks. What is your overall assessment of that special teams and kind of overall assessment of the team this past week?
Our penalty kill has been getting better slowly, and that's kind of been our Achilles heel, so that's good to see that turning around. Kind of started before Thanksgiving. So power play still needs a bunch of work. We completely changed it up last week, so we've only had 2 games with it. So I think we've got 1 or 2 goals to show for it, but tons of opportunities, which is great. That helps us gain momentum. We don't necessarily have to put pucks in the net on it, but as long as we're generating chances, that's the pucks are going to come and get to the back of the net. So that's fine. So, moving forward, we just have to do a lot of the same and start to capitalize on the opportunities as we start to get our game speed.
Looking at that second line that's really stepped up play in this past week with McGilvery, Zuccaro, and Economos, what can be attributed to their play this past week for you?
I challenged our upperclassmen coming into Thanksgiving break, just said that we needed more from them. I felt that we were relying too much on our sophomores and freshmen to carry the load. And the response was great, especially that line. They had a rough one against Worcester. They weren't great, they weren't terrible. They were kind of somewhere in between, but you could tell they were knocking on the door. And then even early on in the Westfield game, it wasn't quite there. And then all of a sudden in the second period, it started to click for them, and the points obviously started to come for the line. So that was good to see that, but they've obviously got to build on that, and they know that. And there's 2 big games this week, and they know that they've got to continue that progress.
Speaking about this weekend, you guys have another charity event in the Teddy Bear Toss. Tell us a little bit more about that event happening on Saturday.
The Teddy Bear Toss has been a pretty mainstay event throughout hockey at all levels. So basically what we're doing is asking everybody to bring a teddy bear that they would like to donate. Everything is going to go to the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth and also to local families here through the Plymouth Police Department. So if they don't have one, they can purchase one that has been donated from Vermont Teddy Bear Company and a couple of other companies throughout New Hampshire. That they can purchase those for $1 at the door if they would like, and all of those proceeds are going to go to Chad as well. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be the first one that we've ever done, and it seemed to gain a lot of momentum over the past couple of weeks, so we're excited for that.
Lastly, looking at your weekend ahead, 2 non-conference games before you head into the holiday break. First, you have University of New England on Thursday. Is there anyone in particular you're trying to game plan for tomorrow night?
Yes and no. I mean, it's difficult to find film on UNE and Castleton this week. They don't leave their film archived, and it's difficult to find it. So we're kind of going in blind, and we'll figure it out and make adjustments on the fly. But the Florent brothers on UNE are fantastic. One of them is the leading scorer in the country in Division 2 and 3 right now. So obviously they've got some hot sticks. Their power play is operating at over 30%. Their penalty kill is probably somewhere around ours. So that could be hurting them, but it looks like they've started to tighten it up the last couple of games as well, so it should be a good battle.
Not often that you have 2 games in 3 days towards the end of the regular, or the fall term, that is. How hard is it to game plan and prepare for a quick turnaround?
Really, the game planning is the same. We like to prepare for each team the same as much as we can, especially if we have video, then we'll show that. If we don't, we talk more about things that we're doing well or not doing well and try to improve on those or make sure that we stay status quo with the good stuff. But I mean, having 2 games here is difficult because it's finals week next week, and the guys are really burnt out, from their off-ice stuff, and they need to really kind of buckle down and get after their schoolwork so that they can get the most out of practices and get the most out of their gameplay. So this was a kind of an iffy week of practice, to be honest, but it's because of finals next week, and as long as the guys show up tomorrow night and work hard, I think we'll see the results.
And how do you guys pull out the W's heading into that holiday break?
Special teams are going to be crucial, as they are every single night. We're going to need balanced scoring. We're going to need some really good defense. We're going to need some strong play from our goalies. If we get those 3 facets, we feel that we can beat anybody.
Best of luck this weekend, Coach.
Thanks, Dan.